I feel like the vast majority of focus and productivity advice online is meant for people who are a bit more organized than me, have a bit better focus than me, and definitely don't have anxiety and ADHD. So today I want to show you some small changes that I'm making in my life that help me get stuff done, be less distracted, stay consistent, and do all the above without feeling exhausted or dead inside. You know how normal people get distracted by social media notifications, or cute dog memes, or celebrity downfalls, I don't know what else. I get distracted by my own thoughts. Like, you could leave me in an empty room with a notepad and I will get distracted. I think the reason why that happens is because my brain is like this whimsical kid who finds it that whichever toy they are currently not playing with is most interesting. If I'm working on an idea or a project, it will immediately seem that whatever I'm not working on is more interesting. Like, let's say I'm writing a script about anxiety, I will suddenly have this brilliant idea for a script about journaling, and I will want to do that. And while I'm doing that, I can have another idea and it can go on forever. It happened to me in my 9 to 5, it happens when I'm studying, it happens all the time.
I feel like I'm wired differently. If you leave me alone in the room, I'm just bored.
That's lucky. I wish that happened to me. So what I do now is that I have this imaginary shelf for ideas and thoughts and side quests that arise while I do other things. And I also have a physical notebook. So if I plan today that I'm studying something and a new idea comes up, I will put it on this imaginary shelf and I will write it down and I'll be like, oh, you're brilliant, thank you, but I'll get back to you later, thank you, bye-bye. So my new mantra is stick to the plan and not the mood. You know that saying, my brain is like the internet browser, there are 17 tabs open, 3 of which are frozen, and I have no idea where the music is coming from. Yeah, same. My internet browser is actually the perfect representation of how my brain works. I'm working on several things at the same time, I switch between different projects because I remembered something, then I get distracted, I get overwhelmed, and then I learned that you can group your tabs. Yeah, I know, I'm very late to the tab organization game, but it's really life-changing. It helps me switch quickly between different things if I remember that I want to add something, but then once I'm done, I just close it and I'm not overwhelmed at all. And then I learned that I can do the same in my real life, so I started grouping my to-do lists, and now I have a work to-do list, a self-care to-do list, house admin to-do list, and sometimes different ones depending on what I want to do.
The longer the list gets, the less I want to do any of it. I'm just overwhelmed.
So overwhelmed. An interesting thing that I learned about my brain is that it loves a good challenge. If you asked me how long I can hold a plank, probably 10 seconds would be hard. But if you told me it's a challenge, I will hold that plank until my abs and my glutes are burned to ashes. So I decided to apply this mindset to my focus and productivity. And I started following this YouTube channel that has Pomodoro Technique playlists. It follows this basic Pomodoro Technique concept where you work for a specified amount of time and you rest for a specified amount of time. Apparently, this is best for how our brain works. And also it's incentivizing that if you have this urge to go check your phone or get a glass of water, you do that in the break that you know you will have. And this particular channel, I like it very much because they have this cute image of a drink. So I tell myself I will go and make myself this drink during the break. But obviously it's never that cute.
It's close.
Okay, that's good. And also the good thing is that it makes sure that you are focused, but also you have rest already inbuilt in your study or work plan. So I quite like it, I have to say. Maybe this one won't come as a surprise, but deadlines are pretty good motivation. So I created for myself a world where I have a lot of deadlines.
Deadlines sound stressful.
Well, these are kind of self-imposed and about the things that I care about, so it's a bit different. For example, I used to buy a lot of books and never read them because it felt like this I can read anytime and there are other things that are time specific, so I'd rather do those other things. And also, to be honest, a lot of these were aspirational purchases, I realized, so then I just stopped buying books. And now, I just read books from the library.
That's still a lot of books.
Well, at least I read them now. Because it's from the library, they have this inbuilt deadline, about 3-4 weeks to read them. And then, yeah, of course you can renew them, but somebody can request them and then you can't. So I always make sure I read them within the time that I have. I do the same with classes and courses. I love those intro offers for a gym or yoga studio where you pay for a week and you have unlimited classes to try out the studio. And because I'm Polish, I want to get my money's worth, so I go as often as I can. I also remember when I got a free month of Skillshare trial from another creator. And again, I did as many classes as I could. And then I was like, oh, I have 3 days left of the subscription, so I'm going to do 5 classes within 1 day. And now I'm very happy to offer you the same opportunity because Skillshare is the sponsor of today's video. Skillshare is the largest online community for people who love studying and love learning new things, people who are self-taught, empowered, and take ownership of their careers and lives. I'm now learning how to use Canva because it's something that I see in every marketing job description, and I feel like I kind of know how to use it, but I don't know how to use it properly, so that's what I'm learning now. And I'm very happy to offer you the deal that I used back in the day, so you can use Skillshare for a month for free, see how you like it, no strings attached. It's available for the first 500 people who click the link in the description, so be quick. Squeeze it like a lemon.
And in Poland, we say milk a cow.
It's a very educational cow. I know we are training our minds to be super focused and resistant to distraction, but I'd rather not be tempted. I mean, I don't really trust myself, so I have this rule that me and my phone can never be in the same room.
Same as your husband.
What? Me and my phone, it's like we hate each other. So if I'm here studying or working, my phone is in my bedroom. And mind you, this is not a mansion, so it's still very close. But at least if I have this urge to check, what is happening to Kirsten Dunst? I mean, I haven't seen her in a movie in a very long time. At least I have a moment to think, is this really worth getting up and going to another room to check that? Possibly not. And then in the evening, when I'm in bed, my phone is charged in the living room. So if I want to scroll TikTok, I need to get out of bed, go to the living room to grab my phone, which I don't do because I'm lazy. So I realized that most of the time when I grab my phone, it's because I'm bored and I want a micro break or a small dopamine hit. But then 3 hours later, I'm knees deep into simulation theory on Reddit, reading about a man in Florida who swears that he lives through a glitch in the Matrix because the same delivery guy brought his food wearing the exact same thing.
Oh, you started reading my posts.
They say that we reach for our phone 300 to 400 times per day, and most of it's on autopilot, so we're not even aware that we're doing that. It's just a habit. And the thing is, we not only get a spike in dopamine, we also get a spike in cortisol because we're like, what's with all these notifications? Did I get any email? Did somebody comment on my Instagram photo? So yeah, imagine 300 spikes of cortisol per day. Not very healthy. So yeah, I'm trying to kick my phone to another room. Arrivederci. If you are ambitious but lazy, perfectionist but anxious, devoted but distracted, let me guess, are your to-do lists just way too long? Like impossible to do too long? Because same. And I know if I told you, just make shorter to-do lists, you would be like, but everything on the list is important. Because again, same. I already told you that what helped me was to group my to-do list into themes, so having a to-do list for house admin, for work, for self-care. And then what also helps me is prioritizing the items on my to-do list. So I'm treating my to-do list like an invitation list to a very important party. And I want to have one MVP. That's a person that's most important in a party. And for me, that's a task that I definitely want to get done, no matter what. If I get nothing done, I still want to get that thing done. Then I have 3 VIPs, so important guests. And for me, that's 3 important tasks that I want to prioritize in the day. And then the rest is of tertiary importance. So these are the guests that if they don't appear, ain't nobody gonna cry.
My favorite type of guest.
So these are the tasks that would be nice to do, but if I don't get to do them, no big deal. This helps me make sure that I get the most important things done and I don't get overwhelmed. A couple of quick ones. Always air your room, have a go-to deep work ambient noise playlist. And I think that's it for today. I will see you in the next one. If you are subscribed, that is. If you're not, goodbye. And I wish you a beautiful life.
So dramatic.